Hey guys, so I wanted to do a little video because we know February is coming up and it's Valentine's and it's usually the season for love spells and love magic and things like that. And we are still in January, which is usually the time when people are doing spells for, fresh beginnings and new money, things like that. And I figured it was a perfect time to talk because a lot of folks are, sending in emails about spells not working, things not working out. And amidst that, those emails and things like, things not manifesting, I also get, and this is not meant to offend anybody, but I also get a whole lot of the spiel, the stream of consciousness that comes out. And I've got to, and I've addressed this with every single one of them. And I just want to let you guys know, your mind has to be 100% present when you're casting a spell. You have your ingredients, your tools. If you're using those things, yes, they will help, especially if you're empowering them, because you're just adding that much more power and energy to your spell. But if you're empowering them with all kinds of, different thoughts and energies, you're telling that energy to do a million different things. And so it could be why your spell's not working. And basically, it's quantity that counts when it comes to the thoughts and programming you're putting into a spell. Okay, so it's more than the words, and it's more than the color of the candle, and it's more, those can overcompensate a little bit, the oils and things, because they resonate with that energy and whatnot. But since they can also do other things, you could also be making them do other things. Small things, because you're also dividing that energy up into portions. Okay, and so to demonstrate this, and I think I've done this before, but I'm going to actually tell you, I'm basically going to do a little spiel right now. Let's, pretend that I'm actually doing a spell for love, okay, because, it's almost the season for love. And I've got my tools and everything together, I've cast my circle, but I'm a little biased when it comes to doing a spell for love, or I'm a little preoccupied mentally. Maybe I'm a little scattered. Maybe I'm not, fully centered, grounded. I haven't really gotten my awareness out there, or, maybe I'm not very well rested, or I'm not meditated, or, any of those things that I would need to kind of keep myself centered. So even if it were a very basic love spell, it'd be so easy for me to screw it up. And there could be energy working against that, yes. Maybe there's nothing, something going on astrologically, or maybe I'm, in a space, or an area where the energy is just too negative, or too, I guess you could say, unsympathetic to the intention, so... but most people who are in that kind of situation or in that kind of mental state probably haven't cleansed or done anything with that kind of energy in a while. They could be carrying stones, or they could be just living in a, in a place where the energy is not fixed right, and so you know how to fix that, you know how to cleanse it, you know how to cleanse. So that's the first part. But this is a video talking about what your mind is going through. Okay, so let's say, for all intents and purposes, everything is all set up, okay? And I'm basically just going to run through what I'm really programming, or what I'm really saying when I'm thinking and I'm speaking at the same time. I'm basically just going to do a stream of consciousness, and that's going to be the programming that, say, such and such stone or such and such paper has, okay? So, like, I got a blank sheet of paper here. Say I'm going to turn this into a talisman or a letter or something. I would burn it and I would send it to, it's for love. Okay, so I'm charging this. It's got all my symbols and everything on it already. That's great. I'm focusing on it. Let's do a basic elemental charm here. Okay, so here we go. I didn't really trust my last boyfriend. I called he didn't really give me a whole lot of good reason. Strong and stable relationship. And you know what? That kind of burnt up really quickly. I'd like something to last a little longer than 6 months. Please bring... I don't want to deal with somebody who's been, kind of crazy or doesn't have their shit together, because I've had to deal with people who don't have their shit together, and it's bugging me. I'm sick and tired of being jerked around, and there's a lot of energy out there that would say that I'm not going to hear what I need to hear, or communication could get damned. Sometimes I hear nothing, sometimes I'd hear something. Man, the dryer is really loud. Maybe I put too many clothes in there. Fire. wonder if I can put off going to the grocery store one more day. I really don't want to go out there tonight. It's getting kind of late. I told Chadley I was going to go watch True Blood with him tonight. Please bring love and bring healing and compassion. Okay. I can show up clear away my guess. I mean, the party's going to go fears and my anxieties. That stream of consciousness went in there. So, you know, here's your spell. Here's your awesome spell. All right, you had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now this is the strength of your spell. One of these little doohickeys. Why? Because one of these is probably what got your main intention. The rest of this crap is probably what you were trying to, you know, center yourself to get out of your head, but you didn't manage to do it. And so that's why your spell didn't work, because this probably isn't enough to get you what you want, especially if you're asking for something big. And so you really need to focus on how your intentions are actually going into your magic, what kind of mental state you're in. Sometimes we're not always in the right mental state to do a spell. And so if you're doing something and you're feeling panicked or you're feeling desperate, if you're doing a money spell because you need money fast, because you're worried about something, a bill, or trying to make a big payment or a big purchase, you know what, you really need to find a way to get yourself to, you know, give yourself that 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour to do your spell, half an hour of not worrying about it, so you can actually make that happen. But when you're trying to do something for something that you really want, you really need to be clear and present in the moment. Okay? Same goes for protection. If you're doing a protection spell and all you're focusing on is all the energy and all the negativity and all the people and all the potential things that you think are out there attacking you and causing you misery, your protection spell is probably going to, you know, be this much protection and this much crazy. So I want you to pay attention to that, folks, and see if that can change a little bit of how your spells work and how your spells might not work, okay? Because you're also using that energy to program your oils. And some of these oils and some of these herbs are used in, you know, not so happy magic. And you might be cursing yourself on accident. Remember, most correspondences have about, you know, 10, 15 different sympathetic intentions to them. And so you got to make sure that you're not doing something to screw yourself because, you know, you're not in the moment. All right? I'll talk to you later, and good luck. Happy casting.